feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cypress set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Marlon Mack.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Rivers hands this one to Matt.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Brought down at the 35.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Complete to Joe Mixon.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And able to find Green. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
A gain of 20.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green. And at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start. Without his friend and quarterback, Andy Dalton, his leadership will be key.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Here's a run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to
so stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Is a turnover on down.
First down, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And goal.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
To Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the handoff, it's Mack. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Rivers on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rivers to Hilton there. First down, Indy.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Colts nothing.
run on first down. Hines. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Hines, the ball carrier.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. Or maybe lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Complete to his tight end Sample. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
A gain of 23 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
8 yards to go.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Burrow steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Colts on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. first down. Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At their 48-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Bengals.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They go play action with Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Anthony Walker came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Complete.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Burrow's pass.
A.J. Green, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been. And had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line.
It's over, let's dominate.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. And now another one thrown incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to Mack. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Rivers pass.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Colts 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson Mixon with a pick. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
On the carry.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
At the 17-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Burrow on play action. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
31.
They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the give, this is Mack. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll go again here with Mack. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 44. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Mack on the counter. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
31, Colts 13. Rigoberto
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 30.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Rivers. And this is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
13.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. So he visits pay dirt for a second time. Unfortunately, they're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. That wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination either. To find the end zone for the second time, yet his team's still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
Joe Mixon.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The line of scrimmage.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Third down and 10 yards.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mixon with a first down carry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Now it's Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Corey Willis. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. They run the draw play with Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And 10.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. third down. It's Hines, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Rivers to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Cincinnati, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll